lied to for 6.5 years. My partner and I had discussed starting a family numerous times, and they always seemed on board, even going so far as to pick out baby names and plan a future with kids. But it was all a lie, hidden behind a facade of a normal relationship, with no indication that they were deceiving me about something so fundamental. This deception lasted for years, tucking away their true feelings behind a mask of agreement, leaving me blindsided when the truth finally came to light. As I sat across from my partner, I felt like I was staring at a stranger. The man I thought I knew, the man I thought wanted to start a family with me, was a lie. It turned out that every conversation we had about having children was just a ruse, a way to keep me invested in the relationship. I remembered all the times we talked about our future, all the times we discussed baby names and nursery decor, and it all seemed so fake now. I was manipulated into believing we were on the same page, that we shared the same dreams and goals. But it was all a facade, a carefully constructed illusion designed to keep me from suspecting the truth. The realization was devastating, and it ultimately led to the end of our 6.5-year relationship. I was left to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart, wondering how I had been so blind to the deception. The pain of betrayal was overwhelming, and I couldn't help but wonder what else had been a lie. One thing was certain, I would never be able to go back to the way things were before. The trust was broken and it could never be repaired. Looking back, I realized there were many red flags and warning signs that I chose to ignore during our 6.5-year relationship. One of the most significant was my partner's substance abuse issue, which I had initially dismissed as a minor problem. However, it was a symptom of a larger issue, his inability to cope with stress and emotional pain. I also ignored the fact that he was very secretive about his family and would often get defensive when I asked him questions about his childhood. In hindsight, these behaviors were all connected to the larger pattern of deception that ultimately led to the end of our relationship. His substance abuse and family issues were likely contributing factors to his dishonesty, and I was too blinded by love to see the warning signs. If I had addressed these issues earlier, I may have been able to prevent the heartache that followed. It's a hard lesson to learn, but it's one that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, to always trust my instincts and not ignore the red flags, no matter how small they may seem. As I reflect on the experience, I've come to realize that the end of our relationship was a necessary step towards growth and self-awareness. I've learned that trust and communication are the foundation of any healthy partnership, and that ignoring red flags can have devastating consequences. I'm taking this time to focus on myself, to heal and to rediscover what I want from life and from a relationship. It's not easy, but I'm trying to approach this new chapter with an open mind and a willingness to learn from my mistakes. I'm reminding myself that I deserve honesty and respect, and that I won't settle for anything less. The lesson I've taken away from this experience is that trust is everything, and that it's better to be alone than to be with someone who consistently deceives and manipulates you. I'm moving forward, slowly but surely, and I'm hopeful for what the future holds.